Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Juliuz and I'm watching the best videos of the trading industry with you together so you don't have to do it all by yourself. Today we're gonna take another look at Ross Cameron's small account challenge that he started a couple of weeks ago. If you missed out my first two reactions where I reacted on his initial setup for this small account challenge, which stocks to trade, how to trade, which brokerage, then make sure to check that video out. And the second one where we reacted on his first day of trading his new small account. And today, after 17 days, he says my account is up over 1,000%. Guys, I cannot believe it. I'm out of words. 1,000% in 17 days. I'm gonna take a look at that with you together. It's impressive. It's incredible. I don't know what to say. Before I forget, please leave a like and a sub down below. That helps a lot. It's like 5 seconds of work for you, but means the world to me. Thank you so much for your support. Now let's continue here.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to day 17 of my small account challenge of growing a $2,000 account using Charles Schwab as my broker. Today's a green day, but I fumbled a little bit on the one trade that I took. So one and done. That kept it simple today. Solid green day, so grateful for that. But the trade that I took, essentially what happened was we had a stock that had breaking news. And
so we're gonna find out which stock he traded on that day, how much he made on that day, and how he made 1,000% in 17 days. 1,000%, guys. It's not like $1,000 on his $2,000 account, but 1,000%. I don't know what to say.
Immediately surged up and became the #1 leading gainer in the entire market, making it obvious. So as it did its first pullback, I didn't jump in because I wasn't too sure about it yet. But as it did the second micro pullback, I punched it. But in just the seconds between when I pressed the buy button and when the order was received by the market and then when it was executed, the stock was squeezing. So I ended up getting some slippage on that entry.
Slippage is very risky in the way that Ross is trading, okay? He's capturing like those couple of seconds in which a stock is moving in his direction, usually long. And if he gets slippage and his position enters way above his desired entry price, actually the move is almost halfway over. There is way bigger downside risk to upside reward potential, okay? So in Ross's way, he's basically scalping stocks, yeah? Slippage and fast movements could be a killer.
Which means I got filled at a higher price than I wanted. As soon as I realized that, I was like, ooh, uh-oh. If this thing keeps going, I better just get out right away. Because the problem with that extra slippage is that it throws off my risk to reward ratio.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. If his entry price is way worse, his reward risk ratio isn't just working anymore. So better get out. Don't be too greedy. And I think Ross is one of the best traders in the world. He has all his emotions under control, as good as a human can have his emotions under control.
Right, my profit to loss ratio. So now instead of risking 15 cents, because I got 15 cents of slippage, or actually it's closer to 20 cents of slippage, now I'm risking like 35, 40 cents a share. So to get a 2-to-1 profit to loss ratio, I now need to make 80 cents a share, which although is not impossible, is a much bigger ask. And so the second it starts to look a little iffy, I got to get out because now I know I'm in a little too high. And if it does flush down quickly, you know, that could be a problem. So we'll break down that trade as we get into the recap. As always, all of the profits from these
this one is new.
small account challenges are getting donated to charity. We have now raised over $307,000, and today I donated $5,000 to the Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City. So we have now donated $367,500, which means I'm a little bit ahead on the donations versus how much money I've made in this challenge. But I'm giving you guys a chance to help me add to how much I'm.
Guys, it's just like the win-win situations. Okay, he's making money, he's donating money, we can contribute to him making money. As I recall correctly, we just have to leave some likes on the videos. And so this is what we're gonna do and what you should do. If you haven't checked out Ross's video, the link is as always in the description. Just watch the video and leave a like. It helps a lot and it goes to the good cause.
Donating because every time you hit the thumbs up on the episodes in the series, I add an extra $1 from my own pocket of how much we're giving away to these hospitals. So the goal is to raise money for 50 children's hospitals across the United States. Okay, so day 17, coming in this morning, there was nothing obvious until VRAX hit the scanner. When VRAX hit the scanner, that became the obvious stock right here. But until then, none of this was interesting at all. PMA, yeah, it's got 14 million shares of volume. It's a little cheap. RPGL, a little cheap. It's got some volume, but it was only up 30%.
The crazy thing is that Ross is explaining everything he's doing for free. Always. There are no secrets. And yet, almost nobody is able to replicate his success and be as successful as Ross is. So it isn't a secret recipe that the very, very good traders use. They have no secret ingredient that you do not have. Sometimes they share everything with you, but still they are so much more successful than we are at some point. It's just the way that people think. It's the way they have perfect execution without getting those emotional rushes that lead to loss. So those are the little things. Okay, I can give you everything I'm doing with my trading. I give you my exact strategy, my exact rules of entry. I could even give you my mechanical strategy that's already coded into an algorithm, and you might not even be able to replicate my trading style one-to-one, because on some occasions I still handle things differently than somebody else might do it. Okay, we are all so different, and that's the great thing about trading. There are no secrets. Sometimes there are people who won't tell you the real truth, but usually there are no big secrets, and yet the success is so different.
S dot, not a lot of volume and a little higher priced. But when VRAX came out suddenly with news, it was like, okay, this is game time. So it hits the scanner down here at about $3.41, and that was 15 seconds after the news came out. So the news came out, and then what happens? Immediately, some algorithms, and maybe some traders who are even faster than I was in seeing the news, jump in the stock immediately. So
probably mostly algorithms.
Instantly, it starts popping up. Now, the fact is, it was only on 37,000 shares of volume. So it's very light volume all the way up to 398 and then up to 472 and up to 533. So it's...
Look at how fast the price of VRAX was changing, okay? It started right here, and a minute after that, not even 1 minute after that, it made like a 50% price increase, and also the volume was incredibly fast rising. Okay, if you think it's boring and you should trade future indices to really get the action going, this is not true. Like in those situations where news is like brand new, very, very hot, then everything can go so fast. No future indices can hold up with that.
Starts moving, volume is increasing. As the total volume goes up, so does the relative volume, which is good. And we see that we've got this headline right here. Medical diagnostics and screening, healthcare sector, okay, foreign company. We have traded this one before in the past. And so this is the chart initially. It pops up here, pulls back, pops up a second time, pulls back. And as it pulls away right here,
the thing is, this is a 10-second chart, guys. Would you be that fast to capture something here like Ross is doing it? It pops up on his screener and he immediately knows, okay, I need to take that. Open the 10-second, okay, I'm gonna see a pullback. Maybe not yet, I'm not trusting this. Okay, big push, micro pullback. Okay, now let's get me in. Like in a couple of few minutes. That is incredibly work. He's trusting everything. I mean, he's doing that for years. He's trusting everything he built over the years, and that pays off in situations like that.
I decided to jump in on the micro pullback for the break of 6, but I end up getting filled at about 6:30, which is higher than I wanted to get filled. So that was just the combination of me maybe pressing the button a little slow, thinkorswim being a little slow, and the market moving quickly. However, I was able to lock up $2,262.35, which is a...
This is more... Guys, I cannot believe it. This P&L on that day with only one stock is more than his initial amount of this small account challenge. Can you believe that? After 17 days, he's making more money in like a couple of minutes on one stock than he initially started with. He is one of the best, maybe even the best stock trader out there. I've never seen something like that, and it's all real. Nothing is faked. That is the great thing. Okay, we can be sure that this is real. It's going to a great cause. I think if somebody would tell me about this, I would say, okay, all of this is too good to be true. Okay, he's donating, he's making 1,000%. What the heck? Where is like the red flag? But it seems like there is none. And you don't even have to subscribe to any of his courses whatsoever, because he's sharing the real value here for free.
Really.
If you want to see how he set up his brokerage, etc., just watch day 0 of his small account challenge, which I reacted on as well. And you know everything there is to need to know.
solid profit. That's a 10% return in one day, which is pretty much my goal for the small account challenge, 10% in one day. So I had 20,000 in the account to
10% per one day, guys. This is really, really a lot.
start the day. Now I've got $22,867, which means the account today just crossed over 1,000% return.
Okay, I have so much to say. Look at that. 1,043%. Okay, we do not even care about the 43%. Other traders brag about a 43% return within a year. Okay, they say average return on invest in the stock market is about 7% a year. With my day trading, I make 43% a year. And everybody is like, wow. And Ross is like casually doing 1,043% within 17 days. Guys, keep in mind, usually I'm on the skeptical side. Usually I try to find things that seem a little sus and things that might be fake. But while watching Ross's videos, I'm always like, I have only positive words. I'm just so impressed that there's nothing negative I could even think of. And that is the difference, I guess, between shady traders and real traders that we know are for certain the best.
From 2,000 to 22,000, I'm up 20 grand in profit, a little over 20 grand. So that's a 1,000% return.
I'm not sure if he's streaming every day and executing everything live, because then you could just copy his trades and make more or less the same return on invest. I'm not sure about that. I know that he's streaming for his clients in the Warrior Trading Academy here and there, but I'm not sure about it. I don't know how often, if it's on a regular basis, if he's showing everything, I don't know.
It's taken 40 trades to do it with 77% accuracy and the average winners of $521. But before we stop there, let's take a look at VRAX because it continued higher, which is great to see. So the stock is currently up 236% after peaking a little over 250%. I did end up trading in my big account, so I'll have a recap for the big account later today as well. But essentially what happened was we had this initial pop right through here, which represented the first trades. And so this was that little micro pullback at 6 that went up to a high of 750. Then it pulls back, and in this area, it was pretty choppy. It was a little heavy.
Guys, look at that. He exactly knows where to trade. Wouldn't you and I be likely to be catched on the wrong foot somewhere in this situation here? But no, Ross is like trading the right price, and that is just the experience that comes with time.
You know, it was just sort of didn't want to really pull away, and then finally right here it pops up, and boom, we got this squeeze up to 824. And then again, it's kind of choppy, pops up, rejects back down. Pops up a little bit, rejects back down, sort of pulling back, tries to come up again, rejects back down, tries again, and now it's a double top with the previous high. Pulls back, can't really hold over that level. It's sort of like pulls away a teeny bit, but not in a meaningful way, drops back down, and then it comes back up again, and then big rejection right there. And then as we get closer to the open, it comes back up again. You get this big breakout right here, and then we go up to 10, little pullback, all the way up to 12, nice. Then we dip down, we can't get higher right there, and then at the open, it kind of...
This is a 10-second chart, guys. Who else is looking at a 10-second chart? Okay, I don't know about stock traders, but in futures trading, 10-second charts like no.
softens, and we pop up, then we halt down, and now we're kind of in between. So, you know, it might not have been the easiest stock that we've ever traded, but it did go up over 200% on breaking news, and that is nice to see. And even if I only trade, you know, a little piece of it here and a little piece of it here, and I miss some of the move, that's okay. You're never going to get the perfect trade from the very bottom of the move to the very top of the move. You capture a little bit, you do as well as you can, and you live to trade another day. So I'll be back at it tomorrow for day 18. And those of you guys who have not already checked out my 2-week trial, the link is pinned to the top of the comments and posted in the description. And during that trial, not only do you get to watch as I grow the small account, you'll be able to hear my market commentary, but you also
Okay, market commentary here, all right.
get access to this software right here for charting, scanning, and breaking news. So make sure you guys check it out too.
Look at that, is what I was talking about. Okay, he's giving you everything there is. Okay, in this case you might have to pay something for it, but he's giving you the same tools he's using. So what else is there that we need in order to replicate his success? It's just like we are different people.
Weeks for $20. I think it's money well spent. I think you'll have a great...
And he started with $2,000. Okay, I think that is an amount that most of us could afford at any place. Okay, saving for a couple of weeks or months. to have those 2,000 bucks, and imagine making 1,000% in 17 days.
Time. If you decide to become a full-fledged member, we'd love that. But if not, no big deal. The $20, the trial doesn't auto-enroll in anything. It's no commitment. It's 2 weeks.
Okay, this was the video. Make sure to check out his channel. Also, if you want to take a look at what he was advertising here. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you do not want to miss out on what's going on the biggest trading channels in the world. If you're not able to keep an eye on everything, I'm here to react on the best videos with you together. So if you subscribe to my channel, you get a big overview of what there is going on in our bubble that we are so interested in. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna see us next time. Nothing else to say, just positive words for Ross. It's always a pleasure to watch one of his videos. There's nothing I can criticize. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.